When my daughter was newly married, it was a new experience for me. In the process of her getting married, I saw her cleaving to her fiance. I wanted more than anything for her to cleave to her husband. And as a new parent, I wanted to encourage her to do this in a positive manner without her feeling like I was pushing her away. There were times I didn't know if I was doing or saying the right thing as a mother or a soon to be mother in law. I just knew this newly married couple needed to create a marital identity together. As parents, we need to realize our boundaries. Parents can influence a marriage for better or for worse. So, what can we do to be better in laws? To nurture a positive relationship with your adult child and their new spouse, it would be wise to follow these 5 steps given to us by Gloria Horsley. Step number 1. Avoid pinning down children to the specific reasons they are missing a family event. Melding 2 families together can be quite challenging. Trying to divide up your time between 2 separate families can be very difficult and a tedious job. When there is conflict with activities, let your child know that and what they choose to do is okay with you and that you understand. Do not keep tally on how many times they go to the other set of parents. Remember, we need to see these new set of parents as complementary and not as competitive replacements. As in-laws, this is what we need to convey: love and understanding. In the article, Creating Healthy Ties with In-Laws and Extended Families, James M. Harper and Suzanne Frost Olson said, parents can genuinely help by not pressuring their grown children to be at every family gathering, even though they will be missed. These are indeed words of wisdom for all parents. Step number 2, avoid giving advice. Advice should be kept to a minimum and only given when asked. Don't give it out freely. And when your child comes to you asking for advice, kindly redirect them back to their spouse. Their new spouse should be their confidant and their best friend, with whom they share everything with. And no longer are you in that number 1 spot on the top of the list. Their new spouse takes that number 1 spot. When they come to you to complain about their spouse, again, redirect them back to their spouse. Don't get involved as a third party. Kindly show them that they need to make their spouse their new number 1 person. Newly married couples should learn to work out their problems together. As parents, we do have stewardship over our children, but as soon as they get married, their spouse takes over that baton. Step number 3, avoid taking over the disciplining of grandchildren. To me, this goes without saying. Your grandchildren want a grandma and a grandpa. They don't need another set of parents. Sometimes problems can arise when grandparents intervene and when they intrude or undercut what the parents are saying. Sometimes things do have to be addressed with grandchildren, but when correcting a grandchild, tread lightly. Step number 4, avoid trying to control everyone and everything, including children's beliefs. If something doesn't work out the way that you want it to, be flexible and understanding. Step number 5, avoid unclear and indirect communication. Beat around the bush and give hints. Don't think that your children are going to be able to read your mind, because they can't. If you want to invite them to Thanksgiving and have them over, then invite them. But if they can't make it, be understanding. Positive communication is a big key to any successful relationship, and that includes in-laws. So taking these steps will help foster a positive relationship with your child and your soon-to-be son or daughter. It will also help them start off on the right foot to a successful marriage. Our goals as in-laws and parents is to enrich our children's marriages and help foster positive relationships.